Hi, this is Mike from Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and today we're going to be troubleshooting the I12 TWS Blue Label Edition. Keep watching to find out more. Okay, on today's video we're going to be troubleshooting these. This is the I12 TWS, the Blue Label Edition. This is purely for the version that I've got, which is from the spinning deal, which I'll put links to in the description below. If you have a different version of this, but still has the blue label on it, this may well work for you, it may well not. As we've discussed before, there are many clones of the clones on the market, so this may not work for you. If it doesn't, please let me know in the comment section below and tell me which model you've got and where you've actually bought them from, and I'll see if there's anything else I can do to help. But that's that out of the way, let's get on with the video. So first of all, we're going to go through routine maintenance, which you should probably do all the time and will actually help you prevent getting problems with charging, pairing, all that kind of stuff. So let's go straight into some of the things you're going to need. So some of the things you can use, or I have used previously, we've got an air duster, which is very useful. We've got screen cleaner, which is an alcohol-based cleaner. I believe it's alcohol, it's just one that evaporates. Also, we've got some aftershave, which has got a high alcohol content, which is quite useful if you can't find any other cleaning solution. We've got some cotton buds, or Q-tips as they're called in some places. And also we have got a couple of wooden picks, toothpicks, whatever you want to call them. So the first thing to do is to make sure that you're charging properly first of all. Charging problems with these devices can cause other problems such as dropouts, low voltage, all that kind of thing. So let's start from the wall socket. So first of all, make sure that you've got a USB cable which is actually working properly. If need be, test it on another device to make sure it's fully charging. If you look at the actual charging connection itself, make sure there's no debris on it at all. If there is, then it's a good idea to get one of the Q-tips and spray it with a little bit of alcohol or aftershave or anything like that, just so it's slightly moist. And then you can use the Q-tip with the alcohol on it and just rub the connections to clean off any debris. If your connections have got any signs of rust or any kind of impurities on them, which has been known for some of these Apple chargers, then just get rid of it, get yourself a new one, it'll save you a lot of hassle. You can use some sort of sanding device to try and get rid of the rust or whatever it is, contamination on the actual contact pins themselves, but essentially you're better off just getting a new cable. So once you're completely satisfied that your cable is clean and working, then you can move on to the next part. So the next part of the charging circuit is the actual port on the bottom. Now this, because it's kept in a pocket or in a bag or whatever, can get a lot of dust in it. So very much the same with Apple phones. What you need to do is to get the toothpick or some kind of prong device, something which is non-conductive ideally, and literally all you want to do is put it in and just scrape away inside and try and flick out anything that may be in there. You can also use a toothbrush for this, that is quite useful. I've done videos on that previously, which you can see from the links up here, but a wooden pick is a really good idea for this. So just make sure there's no debris in there. You can also use the air duster and just give it a quick blow just to make sure that it's all okay. So once you're convinced that the port is clean and it's got good connectivity, now you can actually try plugging in your connector. When you plug it in, you should hear a definite click when it's inserted. If you don't hear the click, then there is something possibly obstructing it. So just make sure you've got that nice click when it goes into the port. So the next part is actually the charging mechanism on the inside. So remove both the buds, and inside at the bottom of these holes there is a charging point. So again, with our Q-tip, which we've got a little bit of alcohol on, just put it inside and just give it a little twist just to make sure that the ports are clean on the bottom. Again, if you want to, you can use the air duster and make sure there's nothing actually inside the charging connections. So that's that part of it done. So next bit is the actual buds themselves. Now again, on the bottom there is two small metal prongs, which are the positive and negative for the charging circuit. So again, we can go back to our Q-tip, which has got the alcohol on, which is starting to evaporate now, and just gently rub over the contacts and make sure it's all nice and clean, and do that on both of your pods. This will get rid of any traces of grease or dirt, so that should make it completely clean. Once you've done that, you can use something like a microfiber cloth and just give them a wipe off, make sure they're completely clean. So that is pretty much it for the actual charging aspect of the devices. You can make sure that when you put them in that you hear the power off message when you put them in, so you know they're in charging mode. So that's how to keep these in pretty much optimum condition for charging purposes. Obviously, if you're unsure and they haven't had a good charge before, do plug them in, leave them on charge for about half an hour to an hour, just to make sure that the case has got a full charge. And once you've done that, leave them alone, and then they will automatically charge the buds for the remainder of the time. So give it an hour or so to make sure that both the case and the buds are fully charged. So the next part is to actually make sure that we can reset the buds if we're having problems. So if you're having an issue where either one is connecting or neither are connecting, then it's a good idea to do a factory reset. Now there's a couple of ways of doing this I find with this particular model, the Blue Label Edition, one of which is actually a really simple one, and that is to just leave the box uncharged and leave it until both the case and the pods themselves are completely discharged. Now depending on the charge level of your device, this may take longer than others. I find for now, if I leave it for kind of like a week and don't touch it, generally they will reset themselves. But again, your device may vary. So to do it the mechanical way, or to actually do it yourself, what you'll need to do first of all is go to your phone and make sure that the device that it's paired with, or any other devices that are paired with, are forgotten. So go into your Bluetooth settings, check for connected devices or previously connected devices, and make sure you forget the device. So this is how to manually do the factory reset. So take both buds out, and you may be lucky and find that both of them actually turn on by themselves. Put them by your ear so you can actually hear what's going on, and press and hold until it says power off on both buds. Right, both have said power off. So now they're in the power off state. So now what you need to do is to put them into the charging box. With the lid open, press the button on the back until you hear it say power on, and then straight away release the button and then press and hold the button. What you're looking for is for the buds to say power on twice, and then you'll hear a bleep. So I'm gonna have to put this by my ear so I can actually hear it. So power on, and then press and hold. And we get power on again, and then a bleep. So now leave the pods, or the buds rather, in the charging case for about 30 seconds, and then you can take them out and they should be in the factory restored state. So that should be enough. Now you can press and hold both pods, and they both should say power on. There'll be a bleep in each one, and then you'll hear pairing from your left hand side. Now if for some reason yours don't do this, then just take them out, turn them off again and start the process over. But now we should find, if I go to my phone and pair a new device, and it shows up as I12. Now if yours show up as anything different in your Bluetooth settings, then you may have a slightly different device, so this isn't going to work for you. So I've clicked on pairing, and it says, do you want to pair with I12? Allow access to your contacts and call history. So I put a tick there and click on pair. And from the left hand side pod, you should hear the words connected. So if that hasn't worked for you, there is another option. So put both the pods in your ear so you can hear what's going on, and press and hold on both so they power off, or just one. So when you get the power off message in both ears, well, that one's just turned back on. So power off in the left side, that's power on, so press again. Right, both pods now say power off, so wait a few seconds, press and hold both at the same time. When it says power on, release and then press both straight away. And keep on pressing and holding until you hear them both say power off, power on, and they cycle a couple of times. and you should get a bleep in both earpods when you hear it. You'll know what the bleep is. It's quite a strange bleep. So again, that is another option. And that's it, we're done. That is all that is necessary to do a factory reset on the I12 TWS Blue Label. Again, if you've got any comments or questions, feel free to put them in the section below. Again, if you have a device which you've bought not from the spinning deal, from somewhere else, which may be slightly different, do please let me know where you've got them from so I can investigate a little bit further. But there you go, there is some maintenance tips and how to factory reset your I12 TWS. I've been Mike, this is Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and hopefully we'll catch you in the very next video. Thanks for watching.